We all know the horror heavyweights: The Exorcist, The Shining, Halloween.
But what about the brilliant, bizarre, and bone-chilling films that rarely get recognition?
Those are the movies we live for. Welcome to Our Only Thing, story lovers. I'm Grace.
And I'm Pablo. Today, we're descending into the cinematic underworld to rescue 10 underrated horror gems.
These are the flicks that critics wrongly dismissed, audiences completely missed, or the streaming gods decided to bury. So if you're ready to uncover some hidden horrors, then let's dig in. The Faculty is what happens when Invasion of the Body Snatchers crashes into the Breakfast Club.
I don't want to blow smoke up your butt here, but I think you found a new species.
Yeah, right.
Directed by From Dusk Till Dawn's Robert Rodriguez and written by Scream's Kevin Williamson, this late 90s gem follows a group of misfits who discover their high school has been taken over by parasitic aliens. Robert Patrick upgrades his Terminator 2 vibe to something even creepier, while Selma Hayek manages to stay hot. Expect a fast-paced ride packed with snark, suspense, and one of the wildest creature transformations in cinematic history.
This one's a bit of cheating because I don't think I've ever met a person who did not like Tremors, but it simply does not get included enough in top horror lists and often is relegated to the B-movie realm when we talk about good horror.
Take the bait!
Did you know they are still making Tremors movies as recently as 2020? Young Kevin Bacon, Fred Ward, and Reba McEntire battling giant worm monsters. What more could you want?
Most zombie films focus on survivors desperately trying to avoid infection, but Cargo flips the script almost immediately. Martin Freeman plays a father on borrowed time, racing to save his infant daughter from himself. Stripping the genre down to its raw beating heart, Cargo trades jump scares for a slow burn story about sacrifice, survival, and what it means to leave hope behind when there's very little left.
A reevaluation of the third film in the Exorcist franchise, Exorcist 3, has been underway for some time, so we're here to add to the chorus.
While I rip and cut and mutilate the innocent!
It not only has one of the all-time best jump scares, it returns the film to its roots as an investigation of faith and the unexplained, with great performances by George C. Scott, taking over the Detective Kinderman role from Lee J. Cobb, Brad Dourif, and the return of Jason Miller.
By the 2010s, many viewers had grown tired of found footage horror, but The Taking of Deborah Logan proved the genre still had plenty of nightmare fuel left.
You really gave us all quite a fright with your late-night gardening.
What begins as a fake documentary about an elderly woman's battle with Alzheimer's quickly shifts from heartbreaking to horrifying. Anchored by a gripping performance by All My Children's Jill Larson and one of the most terrifying third acts in a possession movie, this slow burn erupts in a pure terror.
We all have a calling. What if that calling is to be God's vessel, literally, to save a non-believer? Rose Glass's feature debut, Saint Maud, plays with possession film tropes and skillfully ratchets up the tension for a young woman who is the spitting image of isolation and self-righteousness.
It's how he guides me.
My little savior.
Is she delusional or is she justified? We're not telling.
A sailing trip veers off course into chaos when a group of friends, including a pre-Hunger Games Liam Hemsworth, encounter a mysterious ship with a relentless killer on board. But nothing in Triangle is what it seems. As the film's looping narrative unfolds, reality fractures and time coils in on itself, creating a puzzle box of guilt, fate, and psychological torment. Think you've solved it halfway through? Think again. Triangle has more layers than a Christopher Nolan plot.
Cosmic horror. When you hear that phrase, you often think of H.P. Lovecraft or Cthulhu, maybe the first Alien film. As far as modern sci-fi horror is concerned, I think Jonathan Glazer's Under the Skin is the apex. It perfectly captures what a small-scale clandestine alien invasion would probably be like, complete with incomprehensible goals and technology. It's at once impersonal and a thought-provoking meditation on the best and worst of humanity.
Are monsters real, or do we create them ourselves? The Night House dives headfirst into this question. After the sudden death of her husband, a widow played by powerhouse Rebecca Hall begins to suspect that there's more to his passing and the lakeside home he built for her. What follows is a masterclass in psychological meets supernatural horror, where architecture, reflections, and even silence become instruments of dread. Equal parts devastating and haunting, The Night House is a beautifully tragic entry in trauma horror.
My hero, David Lynch's final feature film, Inland Empire, is the very definition of a fever dream.
It's a story that happened yesterday, but I know it's tomorrow.
Like most of Lynch's feature films, it may be hard to wrap your head around it on the first go, but the feeling of unease will hit you right away. Featuring a criminally underrated performance by Laura Dern, anthropomorphic rabbit people, Polish prostitutes, and brief comedic turns by Jeremy Irons and Harry Dean Stanton, there's simply nothing else like it. And that's our list.
But the conversation doesn't end here. What's the one underrated film you tell every horror fan they must see? Let us know in the comments below.
We read every single one. And if you enjoyed exploring the dark corners of cinema with us, you may enjoy these videos too.
Sweet Scream story lovers.